Good day, we are Group 5 and we're going to discuss and give examples about safety laboratory. Laboratory safety includes appropriate facilities and equipment, adequate training, personal protective equipment, chemical management, standard operating procedures, waste handling, signage, proper laboratory practices, and safe working conditions. Laboratory safety involves the development of skills and responsibility, and it must be an integral part of every chemistry curriculum. So we have here the first example case. Not wearing personal protective equipment in a laboratory. PPE is gear or clothing used to protect the wearer from specific hazards and hazardous materials. So, ang hindi pagsuot ng proper PPE ay mas magiging lapitin at mabilis maapektuhan during some unexpected or uncontrolled accidents. So, our corrective action for that case is to wear personal safety gear to protect you or your skin from potentially harmful materials. The basic PPE that we must wear at all times in a laboratory includes lab clothes or other protective clothing such as aprons, gloves for our hands and eye protection such as safety glasses or goggles, face protection such as masks and face shields, fully enclosed footwear. So avoid wearing sandals, flip-flops, and so on.
Example case number 2, unhygienic laboratory. So, in our workplace, hygiene is the first thing that need to observe and maintain because it is not just the alter result of the chemicals, it also can affect the people in the laboratory. May mga tao kasing hindi komportable ang galaw kung magulo or makalat yung lugar ng kanilang ginagalawan. So, our corrective action for that case is laboratory apparatus and equipment must be cleaned for safe operation before and after each usage. Lab apparatus and equipment, particularly glassware, must be cleaned and sanitized for proper and safe operation. Again, because test residues, moisture, or even dust particles can all affect laboratory results. Example case number 3. Bringing food, beverage, chewing gum, apply cosmetic including lip balm or handle contact lenses in laboratory. Chemical exposure can occur through ingestion of food or drink contaminated with chemicals. This type of contamination can occur when food or drinks are brought into a lab or when food or drinks stored in refrigerators, freezer, cabinets with chemicals. And the corrective action for that is don't bring food, beverage, cosmetics, and so on. Because chemical exposure can occur through ingestion of food or drink contaminated with chemicals.
Example case number 4. Glass beakers were dropped and broken as a result of rushing and negligence, causing the liquid to spill. A laboratory poses potential risk due to exposure to corrosive and toxic materials, flammable solvents, high-pressure gases, explosive chemicals, and dangerous microbes. The corrective action for that is to move carefully through every step. Moving slowly but steadily is much better for your own and your colleagues' safety. Also, strictly follow the safety procedures. A little care and adherence to prescribed safety guidelines will help avoid laboratory mishaps. Our actions and movements must be orderly or disciplined when we are inside the laboratory, because if you are playing pranking inside the laboratory, you may harm your colleague because there are hazardous chemicals inside the laboratory that can affect a person's health. Example case number 5. Unfocused and unaware of surroundings. Corrective action. A lab can be a very busy environment. Researchers are working side by side on different projects that can have different hazards. It is important to be aware of your surroundings and the work that is going on around you. You should work with purpose. Labs can also be an environment filled with distractions. When working with hazardous material, it is critical that you focus on what you are doing and try to eliminate distractions. Others are trying to eliminate boredom, so they are playing some music and using earphones and headphones. But you should avoid using headphones and earphones. Listening to music while doing repetitive work can be relaxing, but it eliminates one of your five senses, used in situational awareness. If you cannot hear what is going on around you, it is possible to miss the sound of a glass container breaking or a warning from a colleague. To better hear what is around you, try listening to a music at a lower volume, or at least with only one ear covered.
And last example case is the chemicals are next to each other with no labels. The corrective action of that case is make sure that the chemicals have labels and not near each other because it might cause a chemical reaction or an accident if you're not careful. So, kaya importante ang labels kasi it can cause a confusion what to use. Put chemical in a storage to workplace para di malapit sa isa't isa ang mga chemical to avoid chemical reaction that can cause accident like sumabog that can harm sa mga nasa loob ng lab. Awareness of all the said accidents and knowing how to avoid and administer first aid can protect workers while in the laboratory. So that's all. Thank you.